so much fun. We sat down and we got to chat with Winona, who I love to pieces, Naomi, who I love to pieces, the Judds.
Do you love me to pieces?
Well, I don't know. Of course I do. But you know what? They were so fascinating, and something happened that just doesn't happen very often.
No.
We got into talking about so many different things and chatting that we just kept the cameras rolling. And that's what we're going to show you.
So for the first time on our show, here are the Judds talking about motherhood at a young age, Naomi's battle with panic attacks, and a whole lot more. Enjoy.
Naomi, Mother's Day is right around the corner, and I understand that you were quite young when you became a mother, 17, I believe. What was it like for you, at such a young age, to become a mother so young?
Careful. You have to appreciate that it was 1963, small-town America, Ashland, Kentucky, so this was another cultural mindset, too. But, you know, even though I was 17, I was just starting my senior year of high school, I still knew that abortion wasn't right for me. I really felt like life began at the moment of conception. So I just knew that I had to have this child.
You said that you grew up in a family of matriarchs.
Very much.
What was your mom like?
My mom is a total survivor. She came from one of the most fractured, it's really sort of a psychology textbook story. And for this woman to be alive and feisty today is the greatest inspiration to me. And I tell Winona and Ashley all the time that Judd women
always land on their feet.
Yep. And we were talking about how important it is, that little microcosm, you know, when you're sitting in your high chair or you're at the kitchen table, the imprinting that you see in the relationship between the mother and the father and the siblings, that forms the rest of the way you act throughout life.
Winona, you're a mom. What kind of mom do you think you are?
I try to be very present. I try to, like at 6 o'clock at night, I cut everything off. And I don't care if mom's calling, I love you. But I'm a mother. And that's my only, I guess, survival right now. My only sanity is knowing that I have the choice to click off all the stress and the struggle and click on to being in this wonderful, precious moment with two people who don't give a you-know-what about me singing or being number one. They want my attention.
That is so true.
And I actually get down in the floor, I get dirty. I love it myself. It's sort of my excuse to be a child spirit, but I have learned to just be in the moment and put everything, turn everything off.
Including Ashley, your lives are so busy with your singing and acting and touring. Do the three of you ever get a chance to just sit down and have a dinner together?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, we do.
We have to make time, though. We really struggle, and sometimes I'm the one that beats my chest and says, now hear this.
What a visual that is.
We are going to, we will have supper at 6 o'clock tonight at my house, because if you don't have, well, I tell them all the time that any success without personal fulfillment is
failure.
Do you ever get privacy?
No.
Well,
Now,
you say no and you say yes.
Is it a choice?
Everything's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. I'm on the lecture circuit, and I say that choices are sacred. We get to choose everything. We can't choose what's going on sometimes in the world, but when you change your mind, you change everything. I can be very, very reclusive.
I'm working on that. I'm so open. I think Ashley is a lot different than I am because she has seen what I've gone through being open. And if I go to the post office, I take 8x10s. And that's not because I'm arrogant. It's because I just love people. If I go out to eat, I've got a little postcard in my purse. Oh, I'm so glad I just said that. You know what I mean? I'm honest and I'm open, so everybody sort of takes advantage of that. I'm working on being more to thine own self be true.
Does that scare you, though? Because do you feel like because of the bad things that have happened in your life? Because being honest and open, you do open yourself up to get hurt.
Yeah.
Do you find that that scares you to shut that down?
Yes. I have to work on myself this year. I know that you and I have a lot in common in terms of being, you know, in a family business, and I just want to remind you, too, to practice what you're saying. I hope you take time for yourself, because you teach me every day in your show. But I worry about women like us and Rosie and these women out there that are taking care of everything but themselves. And I just want to see people stop and be a spiritual being, not just a human doing, but to stop and just say, you know what? I'm not a chick singer today. You know, I'm going to wear my pajamas and hang out around the house and not brush my hair.
Yeah.
And
those
I
are
do
the
that
choices
sometimes,
that
but
you have to. And it's not just a singer. I mean, there's so many women out there that feel
In any
like
job.
they have to get through that day. And you're right. You need to sit back and say, "What am I doing for me?" It's women helping women. It
Speaking
really
of
is.
shutting down, you went through some very serious turmoil, personally, as I did, with panic attacks.
yeah.
What happened, Naomi?
It was a confluency of, there are about 8 precipitating factors for panic disorder. Unfortunately, I manifested all 8, you know, in typical
What are some of those
dramatic
symptoms?
Judd fashion. Well, let me tell you the causations right now, because there may be some people out there. You may be having it through your genes. It's definitely heredity,
Yeah.
the lack of serotonin, which makes us feel good. I was menopausal and didn't realize it. I had been told
I did.
I didn't.
Maybe that's Donnie's problem.
I don't think so. That wasn't my problem.
For some of the things, obviously hormones, you know, postpartum, menopause, all those sort of things. And the symptoms are you feel like you're having a heart attack, like you're losing your mind, like you're having a hallucination.
That's right.
You can't breathe. You have sweaty palms. You may have blurry vision. Your fingers tingle.
For me,
a
it was
sense
being,
of doom.
for me, it was being in a group of people. I'd be suddenly aware on an airplane that I was stuck, and I
I've
would
got to get out of
flip
here.
out. You know?
Come sit by
But it doesn't
me.
make any
It's
sense. That's
all
what's
right.
scary. It doesn't make any sense
And
because you
it's-
can't do
No.
things that you've normally done before, and then you start becoming afraid of fear.
Yes.
And a lot of people suffer from this.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
too, it
what
has
is
nothing to
amazing.
do with being
Millions.
strong. I know, for me, and when I battled my depression and stuff I'm going through, I'm a tough woman. It's a chemical thing, y'all. It's not something that doesn't mean that you're, you know, whacked and you have to go seek therapy. We have faith. We rely on our faith, but we also have to seek out. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, you know what? I'm feeling a little off today. I need help. Because that's what did it for her. She went to through all the layers of, okay, going to therapy with me, seeking her doctors, you know, all of that, and spiritually, obviously, we gathered around and laid hands and got to singing and praying about it. I think all 3 are important.
Information
so.
is your most valuable tool in dealing with any reality. And I don't mean to sound like I'm not suggesting that, you know, you put a salt lick of Zoloft in the lobby or anything, or have aerial spraying of Prozac, but there are points.
But you know what? The thing is a lot of times those things mask the sincere problem, and it really is good to take a look at yourself and your life and say, what is causing this?
Yeah, but
Because
sometimes you
sometimes
can't
it's
help
not
them.
just chemical. Sometimes there are things in your life that you need to fix.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to compliment you for something. I wasn't planning on this, but I think it's really hard to step out and be that open, and I admire you. I know that, wait a minute. Hold your applause, please. I just think that you and I are similar in that we want to help people, and I think it's okay in this day and age when everything's so perfect to just say, you know what, I don't have it all together, but together we have it all. Together with God and our family, we will survive, and I think it's really remarkable what you've done in saying, you know what, today's not a great day, but I have faith and it's going to get better.
Oh, you're very
So
sweet.
thank you for doing that. You helped
No,
me
you're very
in
sweet.
saying that. You did. You really did.
You know, besides Marie, what other women have influenced you the most in your lives?
I've always looked up to her because I met you when I was really young in the business. She's been doing this 37 years.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
But my, how good you look.
You are too cute.
Yeah, that's me.
You are cute. I love you. I love her.
Cute is not an adjective I would use with Winona.
Well, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you being here. Naomi,
love you
Winona,
guys.
thank you
You're
very
going to
much.
miss us when we're gone.
I miss you right now. I wish you'd come back every week. Thank you very much, you guys. By the way, keep in mind that the Judds will be on Touched by an Angel this Sunday, and on the 17th they have their very own special on CBS.